Hey, this is this is Jude Jackson from the Initial Podcast. I'm back again because Rodgers has decided to go into politics, which, you know, it wouldn't be surprising to be honest if he did this 3, 4 years later. But the fact that he's doing it right now while he's attempting to come back is really something else. I mean, we just now found out that Robert F. Kennedy decided to say, "Hey, Aaron Rodgers, you want to be my VP?" Along with several other people, by the way. It's not just Aaron Rodgers; it's several other people. And Rodgers, instead of saying, "What the fuck?" No, he's like, "Sure, I'm receptive to it." So, a couple of things. This is absolutely crazy. It would be unprecedented. I don't even know what would be done in that situation. So, we'll cross that bridge if it comes to that. Second thing is, well, luckily, this country really doesn't give a fuck about what politicians do because if they actually did anything with Donald Trump, this would actually be a more legitimate possibility than it is right now. But since, they didn't do anything with Donald Trump, despite him wanting his vice president hung, this is what we get. And so lastly, it's very interesting that Rogers will go on Pat McAfee's show week in and week out, talk about distractions within the team, talk about a culture of leaks, talk about they need to be more adults in the building, all of this stuff. And then it's discovered that he wants to become vice president and that he didn't turn it down instantly. So it speaks to a certain brand of hypocrisy, and it's one of those things that I really am not a big fan of Rodgers when it comes to because this is diva stuff. This is just straight up him being a diva. He did with Green Bay to a much lesser scale. He emasculated the coach of Mike McCarthy, and he's doing it here right now. He's emasculating an entire organization. It first started small, just requesting certain plays, and now it's this. So maybe that's why Joe Douglas is relatively inactive in this free agency because he doesn't even know if Rodgers is serious about this. I mean, I'm not even going to say same old Jets or whatnot because honestly, eh, it doesn't really matter. All I will say is just you think you've seen it all, and then you find out you haven't. You just haven't seen it all. So it's absolutely crazy to think about. I'm curious to see where this whole saga goes. I am really curious to hear what Rogers says and how he tries to justify him being all in for the team and then does this. And I'm really curious to see how his teammates feel about this because this is something crazy. I mean, Sauce Gardner's out here defending the team against McCole Hardman, trying to recruit players, and then you have this happening. So it's like, who really wants to come here now? That's the question. And maybe it brings quarterback back into play. It's very unlikely still, but it's something to think about, with Rodgers deciding to do this. So yeah, those are my quick thoughts. This was not on my bingo card. I was not planning on doing this, but we live in the Matrix, and this is what happens when you're in the Matrix. Crazy stuff like that happens. Next thing you know, someone's going to be running for president from the Jets. So we'll see. Take it easy, guys.